Why, hello there! Welcome to the Locals Minecraft server. Welcome more specifically to a random swamp on the Locals Minecraft server. Random mangrove swamp to be specific. Because today we have left our factory district. We are setting up a second factory district because we need a slime farm. Now, some of you may have seen that ilmango did a video called Game Changing Slime Farm in 1.18 Plus. He mentioned in that video that it should also work in 1.19. However, the question you guys are all asking is, what is a mango? But that's not actually what you're asking. What you're asking is most likely, how well does it work in 1.19? That is the question that we aim to answer today because I happen to want a lot of slime. We're going to sell slime in our shop in the village, and so we're going to have to go ahead and start making this thing. Slime farms can be incredibly useful for redstone contraptions. You can use them for sticky pistons, slime blocks, you can make flying machines, you can make all kinds of things like that, and we want to, I want to sell slime, so let's go ahead and get this started. Now, the typical way that you would do a slime farm in Minecraft, as a lot of you guys probably know, there is such a thing called a slime chunk. That's where all these green things are, and slime have a chance of spawning. Unfortunately, what you have to do is basically you have to mine out this entire chunk in order to actually create your slime farm, and that takes a very, 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 very long time. However, there is a design by ilmango for a slime farm that you just build on the surface, but it has to be built in a swamp. So that is why we are starting a new factory district, and let's get to it. We're going to build it and see how it performs and everything. Also, WhatUpIan, who's another server member, has gotten into a bit of a pickle, lost a very important item, and I'm going to use my technical skills to recover it for him. That is the idea. He has no idea that I'm doing that, but that we will get to that later. First thing, though, we need to actually prepare the area for building this slime farm. Now, it just so happens the slime farm has to be built at level 68. That's where the platform has to be built. And in case you haven't noticed, it's full of trees. So we have no room. So let's do a quick time-lapse clearing a somewhat large area of space to actually build this slime farm and then get onto it and see how amazing this farm is in 1.19. Let's go! And I kid you not, 4.5 hours later, here is what we got to show for it. We got a bit of a clearing here. Yeah, that took a very long time. Although, in the middle of that process, this happened. Okay, so I am here. There's a vine in my face. Hello! I'm here in the middle of working on the time-lapse, and then I see in chat, Breezy Bee says, "Is there a way I could find you? I have a gift for you, hee hee." Okay. Aw, hello there. Hello, we don't have voice chat active right now. But, so, hello. There we go. Oh! My inventory's full. Okay, I'll give her some logs and leaves. Aha! Thank you. That is very nice. So she can't hear me right now. This is awkward. Okay. Oh, Unbreaking 3 Diamond Hoe. Wow. Okay then. Nice. Nice indeed. I don't know what your food situation is like, but figured some bread wouldn't hurt. Got wheat coming up my ears. All right, yeah, lots of rotten flesh. All right, so an Unbreaking 3 Diamond Hoe. That is really going to speed things up quite a lot. Not only is diamond faster, but it'll stop breaking. This will help you break the leaves. And I've been going through so many pairs of shears, and Unbreaking 3 Iron Hoe went through like very, very quickly. Remind me not to chop mangrove trees without. I thought I had proper planning, but remind me not to do it without proper planning next time. That was actually really, really helpful. So the diamond hoe here was it with Unbreaking 3. That lasts a very long time. I did realize at one point that I don't actually have to clear the entire area. What you need is for this slime farm approximately, from estimation, about a 32 by 32 area to build it in. And I believe, I'm going to have to double check that, but I believe Y level 69 is the highest it can be built, which means right where I'm standing, basically, is where the platform has to be. I don't actually have to clear all that area, except that you don't want other mobs spawning, because Minecraft has a thing with a mob spawn cap where only a certain number of critters can spawn in a certain area. So if you want maximum slime, you want no other creatures spawning. So here's the thing. This is a mob despawn sphere. Everything inside this sphere has to be prepared so that no hostile mobs can spawn on any of those trees. I'm not going to bother removing all the trees. I think lighting them up would be a lot easier, but at least we got the main section clear. We're going to have to figure out at some point, we're going to have to do something for my little gaming over there, see if we can find something that'd be useful for them. We'll deal with that later, though. But now comes the task of actually building this here slime farm to be able to get the slime to sell in our shop, and also to be able to expand our sugarcane farm so that we can actually use it and actually sell more, and it doesn't take a million years to make sugarcane. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin building this thing. And with that, the slime farm is complete. Now, if you've seen ilmango's video for 1.18, you may have noticed that I used a different block palette, but it shouldn't have any impact on the spawn rates, just on how the farm looks. If we go ahead and enter free cam mode, you can see, I'll give you a brief explanation of what's going on here. I definitely recommend link in the description. Check out ilmango's video, he explains it a whole lot better. But basically, you have this farm. Brown mushrooms basically emit a light level of 1. The lower the light level is, the more slime spawning you get, and higher than 0 means you don't get other mobs spawning. And then, of course, slabs on the ceiling to prevent endermen getting in. They all go into the middle. The iron golem kills them, and the magma also kills them. I still have to build the collection system, which we'll get to later in the episode, and then actually get to see what this actually produces in terms of how much slime, but you can see it's already working very, very well. I kept everything basically the same in terms of functionality. There's just a couple of minor differences that might affect the spawn rate slightly. So he said that when you have your little AFK platform up here, you basically, the more blocks you have up here, the more it interferes with the spawn rate, can reduce it a little bit. He had a tiny little platform, but I need, I wanted a bit of a box, and also inside here, one chest to put my inventory stuff in, crafting table, that kind of thing. So that might slow it down slightly. Also, obviously, the water Ilmango used scaffolding to get up there, so the water, I don't know if having blocks down here might affect the spawn rate as well. That's a possibility. And then the other thing is that this is a mob despawn sphere. Basically, the farm has to be as far away as possible because slimes will still move at the edge of the distance, while other mobs won't. And outside of this sphere, other mobs won't spawn, or rather will despawn immediately, as I should say. As you can see, there's quite a lot of trees in here. I tried to light this up the best I could. Removing mangrove trees is a very big job. I have not heard, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not heard of a case of mobs spawning on top of trees. It just seems to happen below the trees. So below the trees, basically, there's nowhere that they can spawn, as far as I can tell. That's basically all there is to it. It's great to see that it's already working. At least it would be if we had a collection system. So later in the episode, we'll get to adding that collection system. That's the idea. Also, another thing that ilmango mentioned is that, okay, it's daytime right now, so I can't show you, but the moon phase makes a big difference to slime spawning as well, if it's a full moon or a new moon or whatever. So the best way to test the farm for how much it produces is to average it out over several days, Minecraft days, that is, and then you'll see what happens. But before we get to setting up the collection system and testing this farm, there's a cloud in my face. What if I walk forward? Hello! I am inside the cloud. Get in the right place. There we go. Oh, okay, this might work. A little bit straighter. A little bit straighter. Little bit straighter. Come on. This way. Nope. Now it's that shoulder. Now it's that shoulder. Okay, let me back up slightly. Nope, my face. My face. There we go. Hello! But anyway, there is a bit of a challenge that I want to do first, so let's go ahead and get to that. You guys can just skip ahead in the video if you want to just go and see the results of the farm here, but why would you want to do that? You miss all the fun that way. Why would you want to miss all the fun? That doesn't sound fun. Anyways, here we go! So, WhatUpIan has gotten himself into a bit of a pickle. Here's the situation. He started with a bunch of random games, and then he jumped into Minecraft. Now, he was working on a really neat project. He had a map, and he was mapping out the whole area around the village, and spent about an hour making the map, and then at about the 4 hours and 1 minute mark into the stream, this, by the way, is his October 16th stream, this happened. And by the way, I've zoomed it in so you can see certain portions of the video more in detail.
Ooh, what is this over here? Like a glowstone? What? Oh, no. I cannot die here. I cannot die here. No. No. Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow. I just lost all that stuff. And the map that we've been working on. Oh. Well. That was fun and a complete waste of time for the night, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it as much as you did. Because we're not banking it back there anytime soon.
What if I told you that I think I can recover his map? He has no idea I'm doing this, by the way, but I can't wait to see his reaction. It sounds like quite a fun challenge, and I'm looking forward to trying it just for the sake of having a fun challenge. Sounds like what he needs is the Peculiar Pine Tree Item Recovery Service. I mean, it's not an actual service, it's just, this looks like a really fun challenge. So, let's go ahead and see what we can do. Also, by the time this video goes out, there's a good chance he may have already reacted to it on stream, so a lot of you guys may have seen that already, but if you guys are wondering how I managed to pull it off, then let's find out. Fear not, Detective Pine is on the case in the case of the missing map. Let's start with what we know. I have done item recovery for myself many times before, but here's the thing. The easiest way to do it is, you can see I have the coordinates on screen right now. That's because when you die, you can actually hit F2 to save a screenshot, and you can actually do that on the death screen, which is actually very, very useful. And if your coordinates show up on the screen, like they currently are on my screen, then it will actually save that into your screenshot, which is very, very, very useful. However, he didn't have coordinates on the screen, so that is ruled out. The other thing that I've used in the past is replay mod. You go and load up a replay and retrace your steps and try to follow what happened. But I I don't think is using replay mod, and I definitely don't have access to it if he does, so that rules that out. So what do we know? We know, first of all, that that was a few days ago. That was streamed on October 16th. It is currently October 20th, as of the time I'm recording this. So you would think the despawn timers have taken effect, but not necessarily. See, in Minecraft, every item that's floating on the ground, like let's say I throw my pickaxe on the ground, it has a 5-minute despawn timer before it will despawn forever. However, that despawn timer is only active if that area of the world is loaded, if those chunks are loaded. So, the fact that he was way off in the middle of nowhere means that there's a very good chance nobody has been in that area, which means his stuff could still be there. Also, what if I told you that actually finding the stuff is going to be the easy part? I mean, it's going to be fairly difficult, but it's going to be the easy part. Actually retrieving the stuff is going to be extremely difficult. So what do we know? First of all, from earlier in the stream, we can see that when he made the map, he made it in his house in the village. Now, maps in Minecraft work on a grid system, so you can never have two maps that partially overlap. For this particular map, the bottom right corner would probably be centered on 0, 0. You can see his map here about 2 seconds before he died. This right here is the village. I would have to double check that the map grid actually divides at 0, 0, but I don't see any reason that it would be any different. But anyway, this right here, approximately here, is the village. You can see he explored all the way up one side, across the top, and down this side. Now, also you can see from earlier in his stream that this is the farthest zoomed out map that you can get in Minecraft. Now, the farthest map zoom happens to be 2048 by 2048 pixels across, blocks rather, across and up and down. So that means compared to the village, he is less than 2048 blocks away from it, but pretty close to it. Also, how far is he up and down? This is approximately a quarter, maybe a third, looks more like a quarter of the distance up from top to bottom on the map. But there's another identifying feature that should make this a whole lot easier, and you can see that is this. That, my friends, looks like an ocean ruin. They spawn like with different structures, and they often spawn with drowned in them, which is the thing that was throwing the trident that killed WhatUpIan. This should be fairly easy to identify. So before we do this next step, I know some of you guys who are watching don't want the world spoiled as to what's around, so just like put another window over top of this or something. I'm gonna go and check out the world seed and show you guys what's up with that, and I'll let you guys know when to switch back to the video. So here is the village where his house is. He went west, so how many ocean ruins could there possibly be? Okay. So this may be slightly more difficult to identify than we would have expected. From the map, it looked like he went close to 2,000 blocks to the west and maybe about 500 north. That would put him approximately here, which is obviously approximate. So there's 3 potential small cold ruins, as this calls it, that he could have been at. Okay, now the thing is, that 5-minute despawn timer that I talked about, that's 5 minutes from the time that area becomes loaded. So as we get closer to start to try to find it, the timer will start to tick down. Now, here's the other issue. If that is indeed an ocean ruin, as I'm suspecting... Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys can look back at the video now, I forgot to tell you that, for those of you who don't want the map spoiled. If that is indeed an ocean ruin, that means the drowned would still likely be there, which means we'll have to spend a fair bit of time trying to fight the drowned, so that I don't die while trying to recover his items. Although we are in a bit of a competition for who can have the highest death count. You can see I'm the only one on at the moment, but I have 28. At the moment. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. The point is, with that despawn timer, we can't afford to be patrolling the area, trying to check different monuments and things like that. We can't afford that. So, there is another way to figure out where it was. And that is to create a new world. In more world options, put the same world seed as the server, so it'll be the same world. Create the world, and then fly to the area and try to identify the spot. As I said, we've narrowed it down to 3 most likely ocean ruins. So let's teleport to the first one. So there's ice, as expected. That makes sense. There is also a whole lot of magma blocks around. That is great. Give ourselves night vision so we can see underwater. And this is not the right place. Now, to make things a little more difficult, it was night when WhatUpIan died, so there was not a whole lot of visibility. But definitely this is the wrong place. Let's go to the next one. Oh, this might be it. This might be it. There's a random sea lantern floating there. Let's see if the rest of the territory looks the same. Okay, so in his video there were 2 sea lanterns, which there are in fact 2 sea lanterns here. And the exact spot he died was right here. So now we make a note of the coordinates, and now it's just a matter of trying to get here without dying. We're gonna have to fight a couple of drowned when we're here, and there's actually quite a bit of drowned. Oh, wow. Okay, yes, when we get here on the server, this is a test world at the moment. Okay, so as I said, the difficult part is not going to be finding it. The difficult part is going to be trying to get it back. So we need a plan. So the first most important thing to actually pull this off is to be prepared. So here we've got some basic armor. I don't want to waste anything if we happen to die, so we got just some cheap armor. We also have the most important thing when fighting drowned is a shield, so you can deflect their tridents. That assumes that you don't get surrounded by multiple on multiple sides, but at least this is a help, so I have a backup shield just in case. 3 boats in case we need to make a quick getaway and we can't do that with, like, we lose our boat for some reason. A few building blocks, doors, of course, to be able to make a mini base, chests as well, a little extra wood, also a whole lot of food because it might take a while to get there. And also the only thing we're missing is I'm gonna get a bed. There's a wool farm at the village. I don't actually have wool here, so once we get to the village, I'm gonna grab that. We also have 30 levels that I would very much not like to lose, although we can get it back if we want to, but that's I would like to use them, not lose them, so that is that. But sadly, I do not have an enchantment table, so I can't actually use them, so let's just hope we don't lose them. Alright, we're starting to get closer. I can see ice off in the distance. So at this point, we need to lower our render distance because that's the first trick, is the despawn timer only works if the area is loaded. So if you lower your render distance, then it will not be loaded as much. Now, I happen to have sodium installed, so let's also decrease max shadow distance and simulation distance, just in case those have anything to do with it as well. Although I think instead of 2 chunks, I think I'm gonna put this on 4 chunks just so that I can actually see something. Aha! Here is the iceberg that we were going to build the temporary shelter on. WhatUpIan died just over there. Oh, you can even see the trident in the side of the iceberg. Okay, let's start by getting out. Let's start by building a quick shelter and putting our chest in it. Come on. Okay, let's just put that there. That'll have to do. And now we need to put the chest here before his stuff despawns. It can probably despawn from here because we're probably close enough. And all right. Let's attempt an item rescue mission. Now, it could be more difficult. I cannot see. It could be more difficult if there's magma blocks under the water. Hello. Whoa, that's a lot of drowned. Okay, let's go. No, 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 I forgot to put a bed. I forgot to put a bed. I forgot to put a bed. That means that we have to travel the entire distance back because, yeah, we're in the village. Okay, let's try that again. Aha, there's our iceberg. We have finally made it within range. There we go. Aha, respawn point set. Excellent. And now let's grab our stuff and hopefully we can actually get our shield back would be the big thing. Okay, I'm being shot at already. Come on, come on. Oh, okay, well, we got the stuff closer to the base. Oh, we actually respawned. That's great. We need to be able to fight these guys. That's the big thing, but we can't do that right now. Let's just do... what am I stuck on? The boat. I'm stuck on the boat. Why am I stuck on the boat? Okay, go in, grab a couple of things and get out, and then just do it quick. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. That kind of thing. So, what else do we need here? Armor. That's essential. Let's put the armor on. Okay, every minute here makes a big difference. We still don't have the map in our chest. Ow, ow, ow. I'm dead. Okay, let's just not bother with gearing up because we have to heal every time we do that. Oh, you know what? There's only certain guys that actually throw those tridents. So if we can... Oh, okay, we reset the despawn timer on the map because I just picked it up, but I think he had 2 maps, so I don't know if... Okay, there's the second map. We got that one. Okay, so if we can kill the guy with the tridents, then that would be very, very good. Okay, well, we reset the timer on the maps at least. Hello! If you would be so kind as to promptly... Ouch. As I said, finding this is not going to be the hard part. Well, let's try to get the maps recovered. That's the first step. And if we can get them back into the base, then we can maybe try to deal with this guy. So they keep getting closer to the base. Let's quickly sleep through the night if we can. Nope, it's not night yet. Not proper. Not proper night yet. Get rid of this guy. This is not the right guy. This is... Okay. Nope. Okay, see, here's the problem. There are multiple guys from different angles. That's the issue. Okay, we got one. Did we get the second one? I think we may have got the second one. It's easy. Oh, I drowned while trying to escape the drown. That's one map. I don't know if this is the right map, but okay, the drowned is now holding my shield. This is not very helpful. Oh, there's a diamond pickaxe as well. That is very, very good. Okay, we've got... Where is it? Oh, we got both maps. Okay, that's excellent. So now the question is, can we get anything else useful out of this before we get completely demolished by the drowned? Hello, you're a little mini trident guy. That's the question. That's not a question, but that's a statement of fact. I am going to die. Oops, excuse me, sir. My sword is behind you. If you'd be so kind as to let me grab it, that would be very much appreciated. Okay. No, I'm gonna drown while trying to escape the drowned again. Okay, we got our breath back. Great. Let's get this guy. Now, the good news is I don't think these guys respawn, so we can actually use this opportunity to explore the area once we actually deal with these guys. Okay, I think that might be everything. Okay, so we successfully succeeded. That's a lot of success. Successfully succeeded in succeeding at our first mission, which is to recover his stuff. The second mission is to explore what we can while we're here. Oh, okay, there's a couple of... Oh, this probably has a chest in it, but I can't grab it right now because we're gonna die. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. See what we can get. We've got... We can't open the chest. Why can't I open the chest? Lag! That's why I can't open the chest. Okay, we'll have to try this again. Oh, there's a buried treasure map. Okay, and a bunch of axes, because who doesn't want a million axes? Oh, by the way, our little competition with WhatUpIan for who can have the highest death count, I think, in this little endeavor, I just gained quite a few deaths, so we're winning once again, hopefully. We'll have to see. Also... Last episode, you guys saw I gave WhatUpIan netherite, but I made a slight miscalculation in that he does not have diamond gear, which means netherite is useless without diamond gear, so he can't use it anyway. So that didn't exactly work. Alright, so I found several more chests, and most of them didn't have particularly good stuff in it. We found some emeralds, a couple of buried treasure maps, a golden apple, fishing rod with mending on it, which is interesting. Alright, so this is the stuff that I'm deciding to bring. This area is pretty safe now, so if he wants any of this stuff back, he can come and get it. But this is all the stuff that I'm deciding not to bring, because I just don't have the space. Curse of Vanishing Fishing Rod is really not worth bringing anyway. It disappears when you die. Some of this is my stuff, some of this is his stuff, and also I'm actually wearing his helmet right now because I needed an extra slot, so we'll have to give that back to him as well. And I think I might give him a shield as well. I have a spare shield. I think WhatUpIan kind of should have a shield. That would be helpful. Although, I notice he likes going around carrying torches and stuff in one hand and map in the other hand, and so it's kind of hard to carry a shield at the same time. So, I don't know, but since I have a spare, I might as well give it to him. Next, we have to embark on the very long journey home, and hopefully try to get there in one piece. That appears to be a pillager outpost. That's very good to know. I'm not going to attempt to fight that right now. Let's actually avoid that right now. But very good to know. We are finally back to the village. That was a very, very long trip. Alright, we are back in WhatUpIan's house, and here's how I've kind of got this set up. So you see a chest here. Lose something? Detective Pine signs it. P.S. Read the book. So you go in here, you see there's a shield, which I renamed to you may need this, smiley face. So just in case, shield might be helpful. And then of course here's his maps, buried treasure maps, a whole bunch of his stuff there. Everything that I was able to recover. I think he had a chest plate that was probably broken already or got lost somehow, but anyway. Read Me by Peculiar Pine Tree. WhatUpIan? Detective Pine has solved the case. Your items have been located and returned successfully. No charge for the item recovery service. It's not an actual service, lol. Continued on page 2. Alright, and then on page 2, I know you like exploring, so here's some buried treasure maps I found as well, and a shield. Can't let you win the higher death count competition, lol. We gotta win that competition, although I suspect I might actually be doubling his score right now, but we'll see. Anyways, page 3. Yes, am I winning the higher death count competition yet? I'm at 42, so we'll find out where he's at, hopefully. Postscript. If you're wondering how Detective Pine solved the case of the missing map, check out my SMP vid episode 2, shameless self-promotion, lol. And then of course, if you need Detective Pine's services again, don't hesitate to call. Address equals 221B Bakery Street. Phone number equals 1-800 I'm dead. Bakery Street. If you guys have seen any of the Sherlock Holmes series, that's kind of a reference to that. And then, of course, 1-800, I'm dead! I'm dead! Or, well, I guess if you're calling that number, he's dead. I'm not dead, or somebody's dead. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, hopefully he enjoys that little book there and has some fun exploring for the buried treasure maps and stuff. We'll see, but mission accomplished. The snow golem agrees. Also, by the way, he's reacted to this guy already. As I suspected, because he seems more familiar with the older Minecraft versions, he appeared to have no idea what ancient debris was, so pretty funny. He was more excited about the snowman than the ancient debris, which is pretty funny because the snowman was just like sort of a throw-in thing that I just added just thought of it at the last minute, just for the fun of it. So I thought that was pretty funny. That was, by the way, in his November 6th stream. But anyways, enough chat. Let's get back to the main thing we're doing this episode. Have some cake. Oh, cake is empty. Cake is always a good thing. And the moment you have all been waiting for, how did the slime farm do in 1.19? Well, excellent question. I went AFK, I let it run for about 5 minutes or so, and got 2.5 stacks of slime, which is incredible. And then I went and let it run for 5 hours and 38 minutes. And we happen to have gotten phantoms! Hang on, I'm gonna go sleep quickly and get back to this. Loads and loads of slime. This is just one chest. We also have this double chest over here, this double chest over here. Yeah, it's so much slime that it's incredible. Now, how much slime is that, actually? We have here 11,036 slime, which works out to about 1,959 or so per hour. Now, if you've seen ilmango's video, he said it produces in 1.18 2,600 slime per hour, not 1,900. And if you build this slime farm for yourself, you will probably get a lot better results than I did. Why is that? Well, a couple of factors. Slime spawning is dependent on the moon phase, as I think I mentioned earlier. And so new moon, you get no slime spawning. Full moon, you get maximum slime spawning. I am not able to test a full moon phase because of the fact that I don't have enough storage. I'm completely out of iron, so I mean the storage is full. And my test went through a new moon phase where there was no slime spawning during that portion, so you will likely get pretty much identical results to what ilmango got on 1.18 if you build this for yourself and you actually do the full-length test that I am not able to do right now. But even this amount of slime, this is probably way more than we're going to need. So either way, this is a success. The other factor is that while I was running the test, Breezy Bee logged on at one point and started AFKing at her own base, and so that would have changed the mob cap, and so it would have potentially slowed this farm a little bit more. But I mean 1,900 slime, 1,960 slime per hour is far more than we're probably going to need on this server. Also, it's worth noting I changed the collection system a bit from what ilmango did. This is basically the design that he had there. I have fewer powered rails. That probably doesn't make much difference. Basically, this hopper minecart goes around and collects things, but he had a very complicated system for minecart unloading. And it was way too expensive, so I wasn't able to actually make it because I didn't have enough iron. So I looked up, I found a tutorial by a channel called Todd13 Plays. I'll put a link in the description for a very, very simple minecart loader slash unloader system. And all it requires is one hopper, very simple to do. When there's items in the hopper, it basically shuts off that powered rail and holds the minecart here. The reason the minecart is staying here is because the storage is full. So if I take a couple of things out of there, then the minecart will start going. But sadly, we are out of time for today's episode. So unfortunately, we won't be able to actually add this stuff to the shop this episode, so that'll have to wait till later, and then we'll add some slime to the shop, and we also have to have to expand our sugarcane farm and get on to the other incredible projects. Lots more fun to be had, many more machines to build, etc., and maybe I'll attempt to solve this whole diamonds are extremely rare problem. We'll have to see. I have a couple of ideas. We'll see if they work. Eventually. Maybe not next episode, but we'll see. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next episode!